like have like too much care about like what you did, and you were just happy to like have a very like easy day, or do your simple things?
So for me, I think I've never been like a big birthday guy, like to celebrate myself. Like that's just never really been me.
Yeah.
But I think probably once you have kids, it's like your stuff stops being important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like when when my birthday comes, it's like, oh yay, happy birthday. They say everybody says it when they wake up, and then we just go about our
go
lives.
about your day.
When my kids' birthdays, like I have to say happy birthday like 47 times throughout the day. We gotta do this. We gotta put the balloons in the room the night before. Right. Like it's like I get it. Like it's cool. Like I'm happy to celebrate them. But it's just I think once the kids came, it was like, all right, your stuff is
secondary. Yeah.
Right. That's what I figured. Did you know that there's an oxygen, or was it a helium? Excuse me, helium shortage.
Yes, I did know that.
I
did know that.
I mean, I don't even know how I would know that unless I guess I'm doing it if I'm getting birthday balloons.
Yeah, so there's a helium shortage. So
that's like, you know what? Is that similar to the chicken wing shortage? Cat Williams is a funny dude because he said
he's very funny.
Right? No, but he's a funny dude. He's gotten cornier, I think. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But he's still funny. He's trying too hard, right? But you know what he said? He said, how is there a chicken wing shortage, but no shortage of chickens? If you think about it, like there's no shortage of thighs or drumsticks, or because it's 2 wings, 2 thighs. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of.
But actually, no. You know what though? I read an article. It got to have been 2 or 3 weeks ago, where like 6,000 chickens died on this one farm.
But wouldn't that be a shortage of thighs?
Yeah, I know. But that's what I said. But that's what I said. Like, okay, so there's it's just But what about you, Jade? Obviously with the kids, but was there a birthday that you were like, doesn't matter anymore?
Oh, I'm telling you, listen, I turned 46, man, and I'm very transparent, man. I don't really care what people think about me, but I think I'm like in the beginning stages of a midlife crisis, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what it is? It's because, I'm 46 now. So now I'm on the other side of young. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be young and be 50. I mean, in theory you can, I know but you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it take me a little longer to move. And so this birthday actually wasn't, I was kind of sad, to be honest with you. I didn't really feel like celebrating. Kind of was like a little, I was a little down, son. And I knew my life was going through like when you're going through transitions, it's just like, you can't, so I'm just not rushing, trusting the process. You're going to hear me. Yeah. Sam Hinkie was a genius. Even though we look back on it like, he messed us up, man. But for real, he really is a genius for coming up with that, because everything is process, man.
No,
like the Phillies.
Oh, my goodness.
No, I'm serious, though. Like, they weren't doing good.
You didn't say Carson Wentz.
No. Nah, you brought him up. I totally forgot about it. But no, like they were struggling in the beginning, right? They're doing okay right now. They really are doing okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even trying to.
No, I know.
The joke. You know what I'm saying?
It's been a rough.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know.
But I can tell you, like I said, I've learned to take heed your advice, and I don't,
trust the process.
That's
just where it's at. So, but for the birthdays, it's for the kids. You know what I'm saying? And for we try, as we have kids, then it's like, we come to the back burner. So that's what it's about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's what I think. Because it was like, well, what do you want to do? And I said, I really don't. I just want to eat something good and relax, and
right.
Right. And that was it,
No gift, no nothing?
Oh, no, we got gifts.
No.
You
still want those, though, right?
No,
yeah.
No.
What I'm saying, just give it to me, but we don't got to celebrate.
I did receive.
Just give me some money, give me some gifts, and then we can go about our day.
But that's the funny thing is, as you get older, too, and this has been happening now for years, people say, what do you want? And I never really have an answer to that.
That's not true. You do know what you want. You're just not sure if you... Is it selfish of me to ask for this?
Yeah. But
you know what I'm saying? Because you know what you want now.
Well, my thing too is if something comes up that I want, I usually just try to get it, or
I got you.
And now I understand what my dad was saying when I was growing up. Like he's like, no, he's like, if I want something, I get it. or something like But then of course I thought he needed more socks or
a
shirt or something like that.
Now, see that brings up a point though, because now we're talking about we don't want to. That kind of takes me in the direction of just talking about gifts, right? Okay. So like for Mother's Day or and celebrate Mother's Day, even if you're married or have a girl that has, what I'm saying, Mother's Day, the man wants to. We got to be extravagant because we're trained that, right?
Yes.
Right. But when it comes to Father's Day, slippers, maybe some smell good.
It's something practical that, like that.
It's not extravagant.
I heard you needed underwear.
Well, Happy Father's Day. I think, and my wife's pretty good about giving gifts, but it'll be something that like I have to like. All right, now you can do this.
Yes.
Like around the house.
A bunch of a new drill.
Oh,
Now
it's strategic.
Now you can cook this.
Right, it's strategic. Right.
Remember you were asking for the pasta maker because you said you wanted to do that?
Right. Yeah. Now we turned the roles and got them like the Swiffer 3000. It'll be a problem. It would be a problem, yo. Right. So it's all good though. It's all we celebrate our queens though. So it's all good.
But no, I mean, like I said, so that was it. So that was kind of the birthday. I was like, and then I did it to myself because I was like, all right, what do you want to do? And I said, well, let's go over to the batting cages, things I enjoy doing,
Okay.
And then I wasn't making as much contact as I was used to in my younger days. And all of a sudden, I'm finding myself frustrated on my own birthday.
Wow.
Well, the timing was off, man.
Oh, man.
The timing was off.
How fast was the pitch?
I don't know, only coming in at like 70, 75. Wasn't coming in, but I had to get the timing back.
Okay.
I did get the timing, but and then I'm blaming on the lighting and I'm like, you can't pick up the ball right.
Sound like my boy Aloe. You sound like my boy Aloe talking junk when we bowling, you know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, you garbage, this and that. Then we start bowling. Now that's the button for me. So then I start destroying him, and then now he like, oh, the lanes is dry, or the light. No, I was because I was lighting, like, they had the lane is dry. I'm like, yo, dude, please stop it, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's three tunnels, and I was like, guys, this tunnel's not good. Good lighting in here.
Yeah, that's what we do.
And then it was like, there was a younger guy that over there, like 2 tunnels went. He was just stroking them. And I was like, oh, that's what I used to do. Like I'm sitting there, I was like, but we enjoyed it. It was cool. It's so hard to find batting cages anymore. Like I was going
to ask you, where'd you go?
Yeah, it's called Extra Innings over in Mount Laurel. Yeah, and they're actually decent.
Oh, okay.
So because
did they throw like a little birthday party or something like that?
Birthday. We didn't have pizza in the back.
Nobody said like, "Oh, happy birthday, Randy."
No pizza in the back. But I will tell you this. But you know what? It's funny you bring it up too, because like your birthday, you get the emails from different places celebrate the birthday. It's never anything that actually intrigues me to come. Like it used to be like enjoy a meal on us, or it used to be. Now it's like 15% off your bill.
Oh, you be filling out the
free dessert.
you giving them your information.
No, he's in the reward.
Right. I was in the reward, yes. Because it used to be like, go to Al, welcome, enjoy a burger on us. So I would used to do like make my rounds on the. Now I'm like, it doesn't even intrigue me to come in. So
only one stuff like that I used to do was IHOP, because IHOP gave you a free breakfast for your birthday. That's the only time I signed up for an award or something.
Absolutely. Yeah. Shout out to my buddy Chris. He's watching. He said Philly's got to win today. Chris is a diehard. Chris is a diehard.
Okay. Well, they're not going to win tonight because today it's the Mets and whatever. You know what I'm saying? You guys split yesterday. That was good. Who's missing that? The ace?
No.
Zach got
nope. He didn't perform. Listen. I've been very.
Randy.
Transparent posts.
No, you haven't.
Yes.
No, you haven't.
Okay, I want you to look. Listen, losses Randy, go up it. There. The Marcus, I'm going to need some.
Stop it.
Some
listen,
up here.
Listen, first of all, Randy, understand that you're dealing with 3, and I'm including yourself, 3 cerebral guys here. Okay, so no, when Zach Wheeler lost, you didn't go in on him like you would go in on Cole Hamels when he lose. Not Cole Ham. I'm bugging. What's his name? Nola. You don't go in the same way. You don't go in with the same veracity. I'm just letting you know.
Listen, he did not perform yesterday.
I agree with you, Jay. I agree.
Oh, okay.
I agree.
That's okay.
I'll say this.
Okay. Oh man, I miss you guys.
He's been he's been better at it.
A little more.
Yes,
He's
a
been
little more
better at it.
fair.
But you can tell, like,
You tell who we like and who we don't like.
Yeah, it's like when Wheeler doesn't perform, it's like, oh, Wheeler let us down.
Right.
When Noah doesn't perform,
Another horrific.
I told you.
You know what? It
That's what it
is.
is.
Okay, fair.
Come
I mean,
on.
Zach, listen, Wheeler was not good yesterday. That was a
Okay.
game, and he hasn't been good recently. You know, it was, but it was.
Yeah, right. See,
You
you're struggling
need-
for words.
no, you gotta because I don't want to be
Struggling.
too hard on him, but I mean, the thing is, you gotta give me something better than what he gave yesterday. Yesterday was one of those games that brought you here for those games, you know, and I need you to be better than 5 innings and 4 runs, and you know, but
I mean, the offense only scored what, 1 run?
and that was the other thing too. The offense has been up and down,
Yeah.
very up and down.
So,
You know,
but I mean, listen. I mean, I love what I like about it is that you guys are excited. The Philly fans are excited right now.
they are.
You know what I'm saying? My boy Al, the barber, he's excited. He's like, oh, yeah, Philly's at the game smiling. I'm like, oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're excited. You know what I mean? And I like that because what that does is it's like you build them up because I know it's going to crashing down.
I know it is too.
It's just a no, don't do that coping skill. No, don't do that.
Though.
Don't do
I
that.
have to do that. I have
do
to
that.
stay to
I
my.
think it's fair for the Philly fans to be up right now. But I don't even think, and I think this goes to what you're saying, Jet. You shouldn't be up right now. You should just be in it.
In it. That's it.
Like, we can't be talking about how, like, oh, we're going to do
Playoffs.
X, Y, Z. We're going to do X. Just be engaged.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Because
It could come
it's
crashing
still a
down.
long season.
Right.
And I think, and I always go back to this, man. We talk about at the beginning of every season, how do you think they're going to be?
That's it.
And if I were to tell you they are where they are right now, I think, and Randy, you tell me if I'm wrong, people would have said, oh, they're better than I thought they were.
They are that way for me.
But you know what though? No, because going into this season with the money that they spent and everything, getting Schwarber and Castellanos and whatnot, and adding Wheeler last year, this is what they were supposed to be, a playoff team.
Okay.
You know, like they're supposed to be here. When they were earlier in the season, when they were 8 games under, they were way underachieving.
Okay, I got
So
you.
this is exactly
I got
where
you.
I thought they should be.
Mm.
But it's exciting too because nothing. As much as I hate the Mets, I really, because you get the "Let's Go Mets" chance, it just get under my skin
At the Philly
at the stadium.
right?
I mean, it's great for the game and the atmosphere,
Right.
and it's been a while since you've had that, So that is good.
Yeah. And the seats are filled.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, you go there, you're getting, that
Going
true
down
experience.
Wednesday.
You going?
Going Wednesday.
Okay,
Who they play?
Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. Okay. Who's pitching? Zach Wheeler. Oh,
Might be Wheeler.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because it might be. I have to look at I have to look at the. But see, that'll be a true testament too of where the fans are at because
Cincinnati
It's
good or they suck?
They're
No,
bad.
they're not
It's easy,
at all.
it's easy to come when they're playing.
right,
Mets.
like and the
Right.
Mets, and unfortunately, I'm gonna say half of those fans were Mets fans. That was
Oh,
it was
yeah.
very loud there
Oh, yeah.
yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Well,
it should be that way. It's going to
Yeah.
be that way. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, and listen, they've shocked me. So I'll say that they've shocked me. I never really had a problem with the Phillies. I'll be honest with you. Not like the Eagles. I just like to, because I know he loves the Phillies.
Push the button.
Yeah, I just like to push the
Yeah, I know.
I never really had a problem
Well-
with the Phillies. Because I had Philly jersey. I love the hat. I love the P. And then the light blue
Oh,
jerseys
better.
with the P. Nothing better.
It's one of the
You know what I'm
top
saying?
uniforms.
Nothing better, man. And I had one. And actually, I was trying to dig it up because they had I invited you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you guys ignored me here, man?
I completely agree.
I invited you down. They had the Phillies Hall of Fame day or something like that. We was gonna go down. I was inviting you guys, and
I completely agree.
the Phillies Wall of Fame. It's just becoming so dried out. Oh my god!
Did you guys see what Girardi said
what
about? They asked him. I guess he's doing play-by-play for somebody.
recently, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
he said something recently,
And
right?
he said they asked him how does he feel about how the Phillies have kind of turned things around.
Mhm.
And the only credit he gave the Phillies was that the beginning of the schedule was tough, and now their schedule is easy. That's why they're winning games.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
Is there any credence to that? I don't know.
There could be, but why not give like
give the manager some credit?
Yeah, he did a great job,
especially because Tom
and they're responding to him
right.
too. That's
and
the main
especially because
thing.
Thompson was with him in New York too. Like,
right.
you know, it's no credit because especially when he's the interim manager, so do something to help your buddy out. If you know, but you don't know what could have been something internal. You know, Thompson and him could have been. But it is. I mean, if you look at the record, I hate to say it, the Phillies have beat up on the teams they should beat up, and they've gotten beat up by teams that should maybe beat up on.
Well, that's how you end up in the wild card.
Exactly. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, like they're playing to sneak into the playoffs.
They're playing well.
They're not a championship team. You know.
You don't ever know. I mean, once you get in this game,
that is the one thing about baseball.
Baseball's a game where you
get in, you get
a hot pitcher or somebody step up.
Yeah, it's on
because they have the bats to be able to score.
Right.
If guys are hitting the way they're capable of hitting, they can shock some people.
Right. You know, it's funny though. Papelbon.
He
made some comments.
They need to keep him off the air.
Oh, you don't like Papelbon?
No, no. Go ahead though.
Well, he made some comments recently about. He said, "What's his name? Who was the manager back then? The general manager, Ruben Amaro.
Yeah,
right. He said he messed that team up.
Well,
whatever
a lot
the
of
case
people
may be, or whatever this and that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he was thinking that he was like the greatest closer. I'm like, yo, you're bugging.
Oh my God! But first of all,
you might be second.
You got to look.
I don't know if you're second.
I don't know if you're second.
Was he that good? I mean, he was good in Boston.
He was very good. He was. He
was good in Philly. He came after y'all won.
No, you're right. That's what I mean. He was very good in Philly. I can't take it away from him. He was very good.
He replaced Lidge.
Yes.
So he was in the 09 World Series. Was that 2010?
I think it was 20.
Came after that.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, because it was still.
Right.
Yeah,
it was still.
I think it was 2010, 2011.
Okay.
When he was in there, and he was very good.
Okay.
But again, I look at Papelbon's track record, and he's just always said asinine things, and
that's who he is.
You know, and that, but even now, like with the situation with Fernando Tatis Jr., Papelbon pops his head back out, so I'd beam him if I was there. Like, who was giving him the mic?
Wow. Well, I mean, hey, listen. Tatis had it right. He's on the PEDs, right?
That's what they said. Yeah.
But what did he say? He said some asinine. Excuse me.
He said,
"What is that a curse?"
No, I don't believe it's
asinine. Is not a curse.
It's not a curse,
No.
right? He said some asinine statement of why he used it.
He got ringworm from the barber.
Ringworm.
Whatever he was taking had the PEDs in it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can buy that. I've never had ringworm, so I don't know. But yeah, I don't know.
No, it's one of those things. That's one of those things.
And wouldn't you get it approved? Like don't you know like what's on it? Like if you know you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like if you know you can't do something and somebody's about to give you something, aren't you like aware?
Right. It's one of those things like, and that's what guys say, like, oh, I didn't know, I took this, I didn't know. Like if I'm a multi-million-dollar athlete or in any field that I'm in, I'm going to the experts to make sure I can stay that person.
Absolutely.
So if I get ringworm, I'm not just Googling what do I take for ringworm.
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to my team doctor. What do I take for this?
Absolutely.
I'm not walking into CVS and
that's what I'm saying. Like so, that's
and
what
they're always these over-the-counter prescriptions that like you never even heard of.
Right.
Like that they were like kind of just like a buddy of them. They're like, listen, I need you to help me with the ringworm.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's a shame because they just
made that trade.
Exactly.
And I'll say this. It actually, when I think about stuff like this, it brings up this topic, and I'm not sure if we want to talk about it, but it reminds me of, and what's going on with them is vehemently wrong. Period. But I don't know. The only thing I say when I don't know is like, I just think it's about being more mindful. I'll give you an example. I'm going through airport security. Went to Florida. I know everything in my bag.
Right.
It kind of reminds me of like the Brittany Griner situation. And what's going on, giving her 9-10 years for that's
ridiculous.
That's just straight up retaliation,
absolutely,
for what's going on with the U.S. or whatever the case may be, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing I just don't like about it, how you ain't know, like,
why did you? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my only thing, like, you know what I'm saying? That's my only thing about that. That's the only question that pops in my head. Like, it just doesn't pop in my head like, yo, you got what you not. Heck no. Not in no way, shape, or form. But it's just like, yo, I don't play around with airport security.
Right. No, why?
All,
don't ever put yourself in a situation that could be questionable.
And that's the same thing I'm saying, like with Francisco Tatis, you know what I mean, or Junior, whatever. Like, yo, how didn't you know?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But it's unfortunate, and you know, I mean, these things are.
And then it was funny because his father was trying to vouch for him, and everyone's like, "Look, you got busted for PEDs too when you were playing." You know, and
Papa?
No, Tatis Jr.'s father.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Who played? It was pretty decent. He got busted too. Wow. So it's like, it's hard for you to, to do that. There's Tony. Don't says good morning.
Yeah, as I said, what up, Tony?
But that whole situation with Brittany Griner is just
it's messed up.
Horrible.
Man. It's messed up.
And when you're reading about the fact that, like I said, she's facing 9-10 years, it's mind-boggling.
Right.
Right.
Now she's gonna be.
First of all, go ahead. I think I know where you're going with this. Go ahead.
I'm just thinking about, because last night, we was barbecuing, whatever. We was talking about Kyrie and how Kyrie's like, well, life of a martyr, bro. And I'm like, yo, if you're a martyr, like martyrs don't be like self-acknowledging.
Right. That's the part of being a martyr, is that you don't
know.
You do it,
Brittany Griner, I think, is like a hero for what she's going through and what she's dealing with. Even though she, she's got into, this situation, but it's wrong. She's not wrongly accused. Yeah. She's just wrongly convicted. You know what I'm saying?
And the problem is that Brittany Griner will, people will talk about bringing her back. People don't, and they're saying this, she's never going to be the same person that she was prior to this.
She'll be better.
Maybe, but I mean, because of all what she's going through over there and the emotional and the mental torture, that's something that she may not ever overcome.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And maybe they'll do something different where, they can fix the salaries so that they don't have to go overseas to play.
So that brings up a whole nother.
Right.
It's a good argument.
I had this conversation a couple weeks ago,
and
I get it. I agree with it. But your salary for anything you do has to be at some point based off of what you're bringing in.
Yeah, viewership and all that. Yeah.
So like, if the money's not there, the viewerships aren't there, the sponsorship isn't there. If nobody can, like, unless you're gonna say to the NBA, just support us with your money, then I don't understand how you can do it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I get it. These NBA guys are making 50, 60 million now a year.
Right.
But that's based off of, that keeps going up and up and up because the game keeps getting more popular. The women's game, I enjoy watching WNBA.
Right.
But it's not popular like that.
No.
So at some point, like, I get it. I agree. Like, it was like with the women's soccer team and the men's soccer team. Like, the women's team was better. They were winning. They were in the Olympics or in the World Cup, whatever it was. But the men's team was still getting paid more until that switched. And I believe it was able to switch because when you look at it, the women's team was actually bringing in more money.
Yeah.
So now they should make more money. They're bringing it in.
Right.
But you can't just say, okay, you're in the WNBA, we're in the NBA. It's still not an even playing field based off of what's coming in.
No, I mean, you're right. The product's pretty good. I mean, they're in the playoffs now, and I had flipped on one of the games the other day, and it was a good game.
Yeah,
and it was.
Yeah. I'll only watch it if it's the playoffs.
And
that's
it was
the thing, and that's messed up.
No,
but it's the truth, though.
And that leads me to my point. Like,
it's the truth. Though.
Yeah,
I'm not watching it.
See, I'll watch it because it's more relatable to what I coach. Meaning they're running plays, they're running sets.
Sure.
It's more relatable to that. The NBA is pure entertainment.
Right.
That's just wow, these guys are unbelievable.
Right.
But the WNBA for me is more like what we play, what we watch.
Yeah.
And like you said, that's what you're trying to teach in the fundamental, the fundamentals.
Yeah. I just wish, and I think it's just unfortunate because I think that type of stuff even goes back even way
Further.
like
Yeah.
further.
Yeah, I
you know what
agree.
I'm saying? Like
I agree.
it just is what it is. It's unfortunate though, but I'll be honest, I don't watch it until the playoffs. And if Della Don's not in or maybe
Inescu.
or I don't even know who that is.
What?
No, I don't know who that is.
I don't know Sabrina Inescu.
No,
Oh
I don't know. I know the New York Liberty. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying New York Liberty and Elena Della Don.
I mean, does New York have 2 teams?
No,
I don't know. I just figured they did.
No.
INS goes on Liberty.
Yeah, but don't forget the conversation we had with a New Yorker, though. Didn't we have a conversation with a New Yorker?
Yeah, but he didn't count.
Oh, no, he don't count.
He didn't count.
Right.
You
It's
know.
like the batting cage, right? You know, so, it didn't count.
He didn't count. He seemed like he was a little off.
Okay, I'll leave it alone. It's all good.
No,
No,
hey,
man.
there you go, dude. Got to Hot Dog Factory listening to us.
That's it. That's it. Original Hot Dog Factory of Voorhees. Shout out to them.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you know, and we never even had a chance to we'll throw it out. You know, the opportunity we had at the Voorhees Township basketball,
Absolutely.
at the All-Star
man.
games.
That
You know,
was pretty good. Yep.
that was awesome. You know,
Yep.
that was pretty cool to be out there.
And we thank the Voorhees Basketball Association and all the individuals that's a part of that. We just thank them so much for allowing us to be able to come out there and add to the greatness that you guys had already organized and stuff. So it was a great time.
Oh yeah, and listen, and those games were fun. They were
They were.
really, really fun.
They were really good. So it was good.
But yeah, I mean, you know, it's so many different things, and you look at the different levels, and you can watch it for certain. Watch it to gain it. Like now, this is my favorite. I love the Little League World Series. Love watching the League World Series.
Yeah, I haven't watched that either.
Oh man,
I don't think I watched that since
Thomas River or
no, who was my man that was like 18?
Oh, Danny
Almonte.
Almonte.
I don't think
You
I
know.
watched it
Oh, you
since
know what's
then.
interesting? You bring that up. You know, actually, oh yeah, you're no problem. That's the food was delicious. I know that. You know, we got it was
absolutely.
delicious.
Yeah,
the wings were good, everything.
Yeah.
So, and again, keep a lookout because I think we're going to be doing a show from there at some point. But the Danny Almonte was interviewed the other day because it was I guess now 20 years since his
Is it 20?
performance, something like that.
So that makes him probably
yeah.
like 45.
And he had no remorse for it. Like you would have thought that during this interview, you would have acknowledged that, you know, something was wrong or I shouldn't
He's
have
a
been-
kid though, man. He was being exploited.
But
That's
as
what I
an
was gonna
adult
say.
though, and he had no remorse. He was just
a kid.
So he probably saw it as they made me do X, Y, Z.
Right.
yeah.
You know, so he was probably just like, "That's not my fault. It's,
Right,
it's these adults' fault."
Right.
that
I'm just
put
doing
me-
what I was told to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
ask Tony, what app are you betting on the Little League World Series? Because I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about it. But
Wow.
is that,
Can you do that?
No, I mean-
I don't know. I don't know nothing about no gambling. I don't know.
I'm staying out of that.
yeah, that might be under the table.
I don't know nothing
Under
about
the
no
table.
gambling. Nothing.
But I mean, it was I was watching it and it was just like, man, like without Danny Almonte, I'm like, at some point I would have thought, even though as an adult, I see now that I look back on things, like
Yeah.
some acknowledgement, but there was
Yeah.
no acknowledgement of it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm surprised they don't bring him in as like a broadcaster or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I think
What's
so,
he
but I
doing
don't.
now?
They didn't really say it. They put it in real estate because everyone that
oh,
post careers is in real
It's
estate or in
estate, yeah.
entrepreneurship.
Okay.
But I don't know if that really is a good look for the Little League. Like I know they brought back Monet Davis this year.
They need to bring her back.
You know, and
Okay. Yeah, I
they-
remember her. I do
yeah,
remember her.
They brought her
Right.
back,
I do remember her.
and like so she's announced, but it's really kind of. I think it's a negative to bring back Danny Almonte.
I don't know. I mean, listen, man. Listen. I mean, he. It's his coach's fault. You know what I'm saying? But he did perform. I mean,
He was amazing. Threw a perfect game.
If you
did.
if you talk to 100 people that not follow, but just are, I remember the League World Series, and you said Danny Almonte, I bet you the majority of them wouldn't even know
What happened?
that they found out in fact that he was older.
Right.
Mm.
Right. That's
Because
true.
even when you brought him up right now, I was like, oh yeah, he was tough. And then I had to
Right.
think about it. I'm like, oh yeah.
That's
I had to
right.
go
Older.
back deeper in my
Right.
mind
That's true.
to remember that
Yeah.
they
Right.
actually
There was a
figured out
reason
that-
why. But these kids now, I mean, like, these kids now, they're unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's
It's a different game. Because I remember growing up, like, it was, you don't throw many breaking balls. You wait till you're 15, 16, the arm's more developed. That's all some of these kids are throwing. Breaking balls, and not joke breaking balls. These are
They're
really,
moving.
yeah.
They're moving.
And then they're the way that, and just the heat that these kids are throwing too.
The training is different.
You know, and they'll show you
man.
the you know the equivalency that 92, 93, and plus the kids too, the hitters. They're
kids are hitting bombs.
Bombs. But I was happy to see though. I mean, they moved the fences back about 25 feet.
That's good.
Yeah, because they were saying the last couple of World Series there was just so many home runs and it was just unreal. Yeah. But but then you have these kids too that are just some monsters. Yeah. Like I was watching today, kids 5'11", 190.
Yeah. Like Danny Almonte he's not like Pete Rose. Like he shouldn't be we got to bring that up. Eviscerated by like Pete Rose. And I mean, I saw your post on Pete Rose. I don't know. I thought it was a little harsh.
Well, I think he's a trash. I think he's trash.
Pete Rose. I feel like everybody's trying to help Pete Rose, but Pete Rose.
Yes, exactly. Like that's you were given the opportunity finally to be back in baseball and involved. If you handled yourself well, it was like parole.
They shouldn't have let him speak.
Yeah, right.
And I think that was just like it was too much. Like it was too much too soon. It was like, all right, listen, you haven't been able to do anything for all this time. Right. Now we're just gonna give you everything.
Right.
And it was just like he couldn't control himself. It was just like,
well, what did he say?
I have to go back.
Because I mean, you know what? I mean, let me just bring some light into the situation. Trump says whatever the heck he wants to say, and people love him. Okay, so
some people.
Yeah. Okay, right. But yeah, some people love him. Some people don't. Some people love him, right? But what did Pete say? I mean, it was a question that somebody asked him.
Wasn't he calling her like babe and all this other nonsense?
So I think it was like they asked him about this girl.
The issue was, yeah, exactly. The issue was they brought up that they said that you had a relationship with a 16-year-old girl,
right? That
way back when, and I think, and they were like, well, wasn't any, and he brushed it off, not making a big deal about it. And then now, like you were saying, the interviewer who was interviewing him, he was kind of inappropriate with her in the wording that he was using and things like that.
Right. So he was mindful. Right. He what. I don't know. I'm not saying that, I'm condoning the behavior. I'm not going to say that. But I have to say, like, listen, my first time out, I'm going somewhere. Of course, I know I'm going to be met with questions. But, I mean, was he convicted of this already? Or was he, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, no, because, I mean,
it's all rumors.
No, because the thing was, it was,
he said something like, this was 50 years ago.
He said it was 55 years ago, babe. And, the thing that people,
but I think he was saying it like, you're not answering questions from 55 years ago.
Right. But again,
I wasn't convicted of it. If they had asked him, did they ask him about his gambling? That's the reason why we killing Pete Rose, right? It's his gambling.
Correct.
Why are you asking me about something I didn't even know about this situation? Number one. Then number two, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't asking about no gambling. You say, yo, listen, the legend. Like, yo, listen, it's 55. I'm not answering questions from 55 years ago.
And I get it, and I understand like why he was irritated about it. But when you're given this opportunity to finally get back into the limelight, you gotta handle yourself better. And his response was exactly the ammunition people were looking at for Pete Rose. And it was like Marcus said, you got a chance to get back on this platform, and then but on top of that too, it was like, when he was brought on to the broadcast, he was just using foul language and, it's just like,
that's him though, right?
It is. I mean, that's who he is. No, I mean, and, you can't take anything away from him. It is who he is.
If somebody is an idiot, I'm okay if they're an idiot all the time. At least they're consistent.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to say. That puts it on the Phillies also. Like, you shouldn't have put him in.
There was no reason for him to
Why did they do it?
Right. They brought him back to try to do the right thing.
No.
No.
Well, they brought him back for ratings, to try to help.
Thank you.
The 1980 team.
Right.
But
and add him did he get added to the Wall of Fame?
I don't believe so.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe so.
Did the Phillies ever come out and say a statement against Pete Rose?
No.
Because it's like, yo, he's 750.
But again, because you got to remember too, also, it had nothing to do with them. Because it was when he was with the Reds.
No, what I'm saying, but exactly. See what you just said? Had nothing to do with them. It was about when he was with the Reds.
Right.
That's why we hate Pete Rose. Nobody was thinking. Well, that's why people hate Pete Rose. Or some people are killing Pete Rose because of the baseball thing. This wasn't even a baseball related question. This was a question about, there's a rumor that you messed with this girl, blah, 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 from 55 years ago. I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but here's my question to you. How would, if somebody said that to you, what would your answer be?
I'd probably say, like, you know what? I'm not commenting on it. No comment on
I'm
comment on
here
nothing
to celebrate.
55 years ago.
I'm here to celebrate the Phillies.
And he did do that, though.
But here's
he
what he
added
said.
some
Here's
more.
what he said. I'm here for, he said what Randy said about,
I'm here for the Phillies.
He said, no, I'm not here to talk about that, babe. All right, something like that. Then he said, I'm here for the Philly fans. I'm here for my teammates. I'm here for the Phillies organization. Right now, you would stop.
Right.
And who cares what happened 50 years ago?
Right.
Well,
See,
that matters.
That does matter.
You weren't even born.
Right.
So you shouldn't be talking about it because you weren't born.
Right. He got upset.
If you don't know a damn thing about it, don't talk about it.
Right. He got upset.
Like that's where I'm saying he's got to. That's where he blew his shot. But at the same time, that's where the Phillies, like, he's not ready. He's just not ready to speak like
that. But the thing is, they did that.
And why did the Phillies let that person into the media room? Like, you supposed to. I would think that you kind of like
need to control what's
happening. I think you don't. You kind of. I mean, is this the right word? Catfish? Don't you like kind of catfish the questions a little bit? I don't really know.
But I mean, think about then how that looks if the Phillies for some reason, if she's been allowed in the locker room all season, and then they say, oh, not today, you're not.
Well, no, I think it should have been a situation where, and I think this does happen, where before Pete Rose even gets there, the media is in there and it's like, listen, we're not answering, we're not talking about this question, these questions. Yeah. If you ask one of these questions,
you'll lose your
credentials.
Right, that's it.
And that's
going to come out. That's going to come out that the Phillies did that. But I'd rather have that come out, and the narrative is just simple. We brought Pete Rose to celebrate the Phillies, not to on his own time. If people want to ask him about that stuff,
then you do your own press conference, right? You know what I'm saying, right? So
I think both. And that's what I think. Both of the Phillies and Pete Rose just didn't handle it well. You know what I'm saying? And what it showed is that the Phillies was pimping Pete Rose too. No question.
Right, they were pimping him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it just backfired.
No, they did. And the other thing.
Good question, Tony. Right. Tony's like, yo, why did they even ask them questions?
Right.
What you asking them for?
Yeah.
You there for you know what I'm saying?
As a reporter, you have to ask that question.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just like
she should have never had the opportunity.
Exactly. It should have been fielded. You should have been fielding those questions.
It's the same as, we have to ask these questions. And, but the other piece of it too was that he did this interview prior to the game. Right prior to the whole ceremony. Mm-hmm. At that point, why did the Phillies say we think he's going to be a good idea to bring him on the live broadcast? Like at that point, like you should have been like, okay, maybe we're gonna nix that idea.
Listen. I hate to tell you this, brother, but
it's all about the money.
Yes, and listen. I mean, that's like their glory team.
Then look, the 1980 team and 2018,
right? I mean, so that's what they were trying to do, man. You know what I'm saying? It was all strategic, man.
It's polarizing, man. Like people want to hear. It's just like Trump.
Right.
Like if Trump were to come out and do I'm just going to answer questions right now. I can't stand Trump. Right. I'm going to watch it because he's going to say something. When they said
nothing was more entertaining during the pandemic than the 6:00 press conference.
You're right.
I'm trying to tell you, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So people are going to watch. You know what I'm saying? Pete Rose is on. Oh wow, let me see. Okay,
it does. It absolutely does bring you to a point where you're like, I'm going to tune in to see what happens.
Absolutely.
And let's say Major League Baseball Network or something was going to bring Pete Rose on, I would probably tune in to see what he says.
Absolutely.
I would watch different things too over the years where he was signing autographs or doing something like that, and they would interview him for things because, like you said, he was interesting and he was
want to hear if he's going to talk about. He's in this situation.
Now, speaking of situations, and I obviously want to talk about, you have the Deshaun Watson situation, which kind of, because I wanted to I brought that up with Pete Rose because you had a situation earlier this year with the Falcons player who got suspended. I mean, he was betting on a game, right? $1,500. He was betting on the games. Got suspended for a year, full year.
Was the player even starting, or he was a bench player?
No, Calvin Ridley, starting receiver for the Falcons.
$1,500?
Yeah, like okay.
And he was betting on the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean he was. Yeah, I mean he was
betting on. I'm betting on us to win.
Yeah.
So I'm not tanking. I'm not throwing games. I'm gonna do my best. Well, he wasn't even playing.
No, at the time he was injured.
So I'm just I'm betting on my guys to win.
You know, so he got a year suspension. Okay,
because you know the rules.
Yeah,
because you know the rules.
You do know the rules.
Bottom line.
Okay,
right.
Deshaun Watson's getting 11 games. Okay, you know, of course, and then he's back in time to face his old team.
Oh,
you know,
was he found guilty in court of law?
No, which is the big difference.
And I think that's where all this comes down to, because
I'm just saying
you have, and I think everything we've that's come out to be factual about this is that, and I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, I apologize and somebody correct me. He hasn't been no one has come out and said he raped me or anything like that. Right? It's all been sexual misconduct.
Yes.
Right. I guess is the word to use.
Right.
So, and nothing has gone into court. He hasn't been found guilty of anything. So I think that's kind of like the difference in everything. People keep bringing up different things that have happened to different people.
Right.
And what was his first one? 5 games before?
Yeah, like 4 or 5 games.
Okay. Yeah. So that's when everybody got up in arms about it.
Right.
And I get it. Like where there's smoke, there's fire. Like
absolutely.
So when you have 20 women coming out, something's happened.
Up.
But I think the fact that it hasn't gone to court, he hasn't gotten found guilty, is why we are where we are. What I don't understand is who gave him the 5 games.
Was that the arbitrator? And somebody did. Right?
No, I think that if I go back and look at it, I'll have to go back and look. But I thought it was the Players Association kind of trying to not smooth things over, but being like, okay, we have to acknowledge there might be some misconduct. I mean, I get it. Like I said, I mean, now the more people I've spoken to about it have said, hey, listen, like what Ridley did is worse. Like, you know, Deshaun Watson didn't get accused of anything, you know, right now. I'm not saying worse in that, you know, you know, but you can't say, why did Ridley get a year and he only got this when, you know, what Ridley did was, you know, blatantly break the rules.
Right.
But I did like the whole part of it where strategically, we're going to do 11 games, and you're going to be back for the marquee matchup against your old team.
Well, that's and who came out with the 11 games? The NFL.
Yeah, the NFL.
So the NFL, you know, they, you know, like
protect
you said,
the shield.
They figure it out and they make sure that they can cover themselves, but still maximize for themselves as much as
because then it was and also Deshaun is going to, and then it was interesting too, like the way that his contract's set up for this big contract, like his first season. He's not making a whole lot. So he he's got like a $230 million contract. So he was
only making like $1 million this year.
Yeah. So it was, and then it was like, oh, well, what we're going to do is we're going to take this salary and we're going to donate it to some domestic violence and you know, women victims type of thing. I don't want to minimize that. I'm just saying I wasn't sure the exact name of it.
Sure.
But it was interesting, you know, and you know, that was just wanted to get your thoughts on that. Now, in general, I guess, you know, we talk about, you know, I love preseason and I like the thought of football coming back. But to me, like, I really don't get into football yet at all.
It's amazing. I was out in Pittsburgh. We had a bunch of family over in the preseason games first started. And my uncle, who's a Steelers fan, he was into it. And he's like, oh, yeah, football's on tonight. We're going to watch, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, who's playing? And he said the 2 teams. Like, oh, cool. And then I thought about it. I'm like, I'm not going to know one person on the field.
Right.
Yeah. Was it Steelers?
I don't even know who it was. But it was like they may, because it wasn't even the Steelers weren't playing. Because the Steelers have a little quarterback thing going. So that would have been a little interesting.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah.
But it wasn't them. And it was like this, like, nobody's playing this game. Like, so it's fun. Like, the idea of sitting down watching football is cool right now. But then it's like,
Exactly. Like, it was like 2, I guess, when Phillies were, when the Eagles were on 2 Fridays ago, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, okay, this is cool. But I turned on the series that I was watching over the preseason football game because to me, I'm like, this is
now. When do the Eagles play again? Today?
They do play today.
Versus who?
The Browns.
Oh, okay.
All right. But again, I don't have it. My whole thing is I want nobody to get injured. Like I really don't care.
That first Eagles game. I mean, my timeline was. I mean, it was flooded. Everybody.
Oh, but everybody.
There you go.
Listen, but even now, like people are like, oh well, in preseason and the 7-on-7 drills, they're giving you the statistics of the quarterbacks, and I'm like, I really don't care what statistics were.
But that's for the football aficionado. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's that, because I mean, it's still football.
It is. It is. Yeah.
I also think because now they do all these joint practices.
Right.
I think that's when the main guys are getting their work in.
Yeah, they are.
Now the preseason game comes tonight, and like we've already seen these guys play for the last 2 days. Right. We don't need them to go out there and get hurt.
Right. Like I saw the other day, I saw it was like the Myles Garrett and was going up against the first team. They were getting their work. I'll tell you, it was interesting though. You did preseason. I was reading where Aaron Rodgers had made comments about his receivers.
I thought that was a little harsh.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was. I really thought it was. Like, man,
this is arrogant.
That's
right. That's exactly.
And that's all it is. And that's and it was like it's. But he's an arrogant asshole as it is. I mean, they were talking about because I was reading a quote that he had said about when the Packers had drafted a guy Jordan Love, like to potentially be his predecessor.
Oh, right.
Or not predecessor.
About that too.
That's the wrong word.
Replacement.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, predecessors before. So anyway, and he said, oh, one of the reporters had asked him, well, isn't it like a little brother that you take him under your wing and you want him to do well? And Aaron Rodgers said, well, I guess you don't really know my family history very well because I haven't talked to my family in the last 10 years. Oh, wow. Like he was he's just very, but that comment about like, you're supposed to be, how does that motivate your receivers to get better?
To want to play for you.
It doesn't.
Right. It makes them feel like he's in charge.
And that's like the difference between Tom Brady and him. Like
all
these people right now are flocking to play with Brady, to try to win.
Nobody flocks to him.
Nobody goes to the Packers.
No, because Brady has always said, like the young guys, like he stepped up big. Yeah. He, I'm building confidence in him. And how many young guys or no names that did Brady have confidence in who he made, a guy. So I had to throw that out there. Yeah. But like with the preseason games, I mean, you're excited. Everyone's.
What time the game come on?
That is a 1:00 game.
Oh,
but
like, watch?
Not really. Oh. I mean, if I'm home, I mean, like today, like I'm, like you said, it's cool to see football.
Right.
So I put it on in the background or something like that. But for the Eagles right now, there's not a whole lot of, like the biggest question mark is how Hurts is going to do this season.
Right.
That's really, everything else is pretty much solidified.
Right.
So it's not like you're looking and seeing, oh, how's this guy doing? How's that guy doing?
Well, I mean, how does the first team look?
I mean, I can't tell you. I mean,
from what I've heard, from what, just reports coming out, the offense looks very good.
Yeah.
So you didn't watch it?
No.
Randy, you watched it?
No. I watched. No, I watched the first series. Yeah. So when the first team is in, I watched it. But again, I don't take
How'd
it.
they look?
It looked okay. They looked good.
Did they score?
I believe they did. Yeah.
Didn't they drive right down and score?
I didn't watch it.
I'm pretty sure
they did.
Because I think that was the hype. They got the ball and scored.
They did.
Right away.
They did. Okay. And then because then Hurts got rocked on the one play.
Look. See what I'm saying? See.
What?
No, go ahead.
He got rocked.
Yeah, he got rocked.
He was a dirty hit.
Oh, it was?
It was a dirty hit. He was already 3 yards out of bounds, pretty much.
And they hit. Oh, okay. Okay.
But listen, I mean, I want him to do well.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I have nothing against Jalen Hurts.
No, you don't. No, you do. I know.
I have nothing. No, but I mean, and the thing is, isn't it? Because I was. Listen, I'm supportive of him. I want him to do well, and I've been sticking to this. And it's funny.
You have been sticking to it. Yes.
So
wait, he only played the first series, right?
Yeah.
He went 6 for 6.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
For 80 yards and threw a touchdown.
Yeah, like you can't ask for better than that.
Pretty damn good.
Right.
But it's funny because now you're starting to see, because I had people like buddies of mine, and you saw it in general, who are like, oh, you know, Hurts sucks, but they're realizing that he's the key to a successful season. And it's like,
I just don't understand how you can say he sucks.
no, and I don't either, because
get it.
his numbers too. Because like I said to people the other day, I said, would you take Lamar Jackson? And most people are like, yeah, Lamar Jackson's a good quarterback. I said his numbers have been equal to or not better than Lamar Jackson's, like so far.
Okay.
So it was like, you know, looking at, you know, not looking at.
Yeah. See, I don't know. See, I'm cerebral, man. That's the problem. That's my problem. See, it's okay.
No,
like,
I know.
I don't know if he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll be that, but to sit here, like, I think he's a middle of the road quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, like I think they had most of the preseason quarterback rankings. He was like that again. He was like that 12 to 15 range, and I was like, that's fair.
That's.
I think. Do you think that the Eagles? Do you think the Eagles can make a run?
What's a run?
Like maybe to definitely the playoffs, maybe to NFC Championship.
Well,
I think they can.
I think they can.
Yeah, I think that this year with the additions that they made, they went and got AJ Brown and all. Like they expectation is at least a playoff victory. You know, playoff victory, not just a playoff game.
Yeah,
but also people understand too. If Hurts is able to show that he is a manageable quarterback, the Eagles are in such a great position because they have two or three first round picks next year. On top of that,
I think
he's shown that, right? Exactly.
He's a manager. I think he's now is he the quarterback that can win a Super Bowl?
That's it, right?
Because I think he's shown that. I mean, he made the playoffs last year.
They weren't supposed to.
We were like, this team's terrible.
Yes,
right.
So I think for him now, it's am I a top 7-8 quarterback?
Right. Can I take that next step?
Yeah. And that's what it is. So
and I think he can. I mean, I like I'm rooting for them. I'm not saying I'm going to buy some, you know, paraphernalia with I'm not there yet. But I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for that team. I am. You know what I'm saying? When they lose, I'm gonna be happy too. So, you know what I'm saying? But which is, you know, I'm kind of like, you know.
No, I know what you mean. No,
I'm flip floppy. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear. So I think
they win.
understand.
I'm happy. Yeah. If they lose, I'm gonna talk shit. Excuse me. I messed up. I'm gonna talk junk because I know it irritates you. So that's how.
That's okay. Oh, listen. I mean, the text always make me smile.
Yeah.
And the only time that I get a reaction on any kind of post from Jason Bryce is if it's a Phillies loss. You know, liked by Jason Bryce.
That's it.
You know, but the thing is though, it's
they could do well. I mean, I feel like they could do well. They're gonna do well. I like the way the Sixers is looking.
I was just about to bring.
You know what I'm saying? I like Harden. You know, he does look, you know, trim.
He does.
He looks like he made some provisions, and you know, I like that. You know, Ben Simmons though. I mean, we definitely got to touch on him real quick though, right?
Okay, so you're talking about the video came out,
right?
And
so I don't know. Do you know Gerald Huston or Houston or whatever?
He's a comedian.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So he does that type of stuff.
Like that is his MO.
That's his MO.
Yeah.
So, but then he got on the show though and said that Ben was like being like a jerk to some kids or whatever.
And that's
You know what I'm saying? So that was the reason why he kind of pranked them like that. He's calling him Russell Westbrook.
I was laughing hysterically.
He said, "Don't play with me." Man, shut up, Ben. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know.
Ben was nice though. He made some powers. I was watching some highlight when he got stuck at the foul line, threw the ball off the backboard, and then dished it to somebody, and that was a nice little play. You know,
the problem is nobody's ever doubted the actual skill of Ben Simmons.
It's the heart.
It's the heart and the want to.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm worried that I don't know. Because I think Brooklyn's coming back with the same team.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. You think so?
I don't
see them trading it.
I don't see. Yeah. I think they're not trading Kyrie unless they trade Durant. Because you're not going to just trade Kyrie to trade him. Because if KD stays, you want to try to win.
So you know what? Let me ask this question. This was the debate yesterday at the barbecue as well. Do you think Kevin Durant's trade request was about him or sticking up for Kyrie and being united with Kyrie?
Well, it's interesting because he requested the trade right after Kyrie opted in.
That's what my brother says.
So that's interesting.
That's what my brother
that
says.
is
Yes, that's what he says.
But I don't think, and what I'm coming to realize is like, so say the three, it would be like us, we're doing this show, right?
Mhm.
And then Randy asks for demands a trade out of the show,
Right?
Like James Harden did,
Right?
I would be like, what?
Right?
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 But then him and KD are still super tight.
Right? Right?
Harden and KD are still super tight.
That's right.
Which surprises me.
That surprised me too, especially when we saw the the All-Star thing.
Yeah,
all I'm like,
so it surprised me. Now they're hanging out in Barcelona.
Right. So I'm like,
so that shocked me. So to me, it's almost like these guys. It is like a lot of these guys see it as so much of a business.
Yeah.
That whatever you do your thing. Whatever
I'm gonna do me, right?
And I'll do me. So him asking for a trade, I guess, doesn't offend the other guy,
right?
So I don't like. So back to your point, I think it's KD's way of saying this team can't win.
Right.
I need to go somewhere that can win.
Right.
Because of my legacy.
Right.
I have 2 championships that nobody gives me any credit for.
Exactly. Right. That's it. That's it.
So if I need to go somewhere where I can win 2 more,
that's it.
So at the end of the day, I have 4.
That's
now you can't say I don't have 4. You can't give me no credit for
that's
4
right.
of them.
That's right. That's exactly right. See, I think he's leaving because he realizes that he can't win either.
They're not going
to, and he's jumping ship.
I don't think I agree. I don't think he gets traded. I don't. I
just don't think that nobody has enough to trade for him.
I know. I mean, these packages that people are talking about putting together are unreal.
Would you do it for Maxey?
I don't want KD.
You don't want him at all?
No.
Okay.
Because I don't think that lineup wins.
Okay.
I just don't like. I don't see it.
Right.
I just don't. I don't know.
So you don't think he's the best player in the game then?
No, Giannis is the best player.
Okay. All right.
But I don't think that mix of Harden, KD, and Embiid, I don't see that as a winning
core.
Yeah.
Because that's all you have now. Because you got to trade Tobias, you're trading Max,
right?
You're trading freaking whoever else.
Yeah.
To get him.
Yeah.
And I don't see that as like. It's a good lineup.
It's a good lineup, very good lineup. Actually, I think Brooklyn's lineup is very good.
That's what I think.
Okay, I'm like, you're bugging.
And that's what gets me back to. I think Ben Simmons comes back and has a really good year. I really do.
You guys went to jerseys?
No.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. I hate to admit it, man, but you know what? Somebody said this in Jalen Rose. I wasn't sure. I'm still pondering it. It was like, the mistake was playing them at the 1. But I don't know if I could agree with that because then where else would you put him at?
Yeah, because he's only so good because he can do what he can do with the ball.
With the ball in his hands, you know what I'm saying?
He's not as
without the ball, he's not good.
Right. So if you think about it, the only difference between Harden and Ben is that Harden can hit a jump shot, right? Because Harden
looks to score,
right. Well, now, we hope that he does.
Well, and I will give Ben credit on the defensive side that he brings more.
He's 6'10", so yeah. So I mean, I actually like Brooklyn's lineup though. Okay, I mean, you got Ben, you got Kyrie, you got KD, and you still got Seth Curry.
Seth Curry, they got T.J. Warren, they got Royce O'Neal.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, they're good.
They're good. But you know what? It's the Steve Nash. Now, see, you hear what do you think about that rumor about Steve Nash and Joe Tsai? No, not Joe Tsai. Steve Nash and Sean Marks.
So, I mean, what bothers me about that is, Katie, you're the one who wanted, and I had this argument the other day too. You're the one who wanted Steve Nash as the coach. Mm-hmm. So now after 2 years, you don't want him, and it's either him or me. Or you're like,
that might be like him following Kyrie though a little bit.
It could be
because Kyrie was like, we don't need no coach.
Which is insane.
And then Kyrie was like, listen, man, if I want a contract where you only pay me, I want to play like 60 games.
Kyrie is an interesting individual.
He's a martyr. Life of a martyr, bro. I'll never forget that.
But the thing was, but he just.
I'll still take him on my team because that brother is
he can drop
nasty.
50.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
But
But I mean, it's
what was it? I mean, during the season, he played and dropped 50 to one night.
But yeah,
KD, you know what I'm gonna tell you what's scary for me. KD going to oh, that fly landed right there. I was about to do the Miyagi on you.
It's great for TV.
I was gonna say.
I think I got him.
You
though.
didn't.
He's
you
on
didn't.
the table over
Yeah.
there. He's walking away. Right
He's walking.
now. He's laughing at you.
I think they do it on purpose. I think they do it on purpose. But that's a whole other story. I had one in my house the other day. Kept
but-
flying in my peripheral.
Yo, if Boston gets KD for Jaylen Brown, it's a wrap. A wrap. I'm gonna say Boston getting Malcolm Brogdon makes it very tough for anybody in the East because that's what they were missing.
So if you're getting Jaylen Brown, you're giving up Marcus Smart or Robert Williams also.
Yeah, exactly. And those are two big pieces.
Was it Robert Williams? I know it was Marcus Smart and
I'm saying,
Jaylen Brown.
I'm saying one or the other.
Yeah.
If I'm them, I want Robert Williams. I don't want Marcus.
Yeah, I don't want Marcus Smart.
But you're giving up one or the other.
Right.
And here's what scares me about giving up Marcus Smart. To me,
He's
KD, not even for the team, KD needs, and it's the same thing I think about Embiid, needs somebody that will check him.
Check him. I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Not like
In a disrespectful way,
not
but
disrespect, like just like when Marcus Smart said, "Man, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum got to figure out how to pass the ball."
Right.
Right. What happened after that? They made it to the NBA
They made it right.
Finals.
Mhm.
Yep.
They were terrible at the beginning of the season.
Yep. You're right.
And I think that's when Embiid needs is somebody. That's who I think Jimmy Butler was to Embiid.
Yes.
Somebody who'll be like, "Yo, get your behind in the post
And do your thing.
stop all this,
Right.
and just go score."
Right. You think PJ Tucker does that?
Is PJ Tucker good enough to do that? He'll do it.
He's a tough guy.
He'll do it.
Yeah.
But is Embiid? I mean, that's who Embiid said he wanted.
Say one.
Yeah, I mean, I think the track record of PJ Tucker is enough for Embiid
Yeah.
to respect.
Which is crazy to me. Like, what has PJ Tucker really done?
Been on the right teams at the right
And
time.
he's been tough though. He's
Good defender.
Good defender. Tough. He's a tough
He is,
guy.
but I want to know. I think the 3-year contract was a little long.
Well, you was going to get it. I mean,
That's how you.
you were going to pay that.
Miami was giving him 2 already.
Yeah, no, I know.
You had to do
Yeah,
Speaking
you
of,
gotta pay it.
what are they doing? Did you see where Udonis Haslem is doing? Is it Haslam who's doing another announcement decision?
Oh, probably.
Yeah. I was like, what?
I mean, well, listen, what
This
is he,
decision
45?
probably isn't he going to just?
It's probably 41.
Yes, isn't he just going to retire? I would
Yeah.
think.
I mean, hey, listen, I don't know.
You know.
UD was all right, but I mean, he's been done.
No,
for a
he
while.
was. And PJ Tucker's always been nice. He's always been a tough
Yeah.
player. Like I said, I always hated going against him. So I am happy that he's on our team now.
Yeah.
I think
I didn't always hate going against him. I just recently hated going against him. Like maybe Milwaukee.
well, that's where I was going to say. That's where it
Yeah.
started was Milwaukee.
Yeah. But
You
he,
know,
yeah.
But
and then last year, who was he on last year? Last year, Miami, right?
the thing is like this Sixers team makes it this year. If James Harden comes back and is able to be, obviously we're not looking to be the old James Harden. That's gone. But if James Harden can be more efficient and can be that point guard that we're looking for, again, this team. But I still look at them and we still look at that top 3.
Yeah.
They're still not the best team in the East.
No,
They're probably 3rd.
Yeah, I'll say top 3rd, maybe even 4th.
4th. Yeah.
Because if they run it back and you got Brooklyn, Miami, Milwaukee,
Well, I don't think Miami's in it.
No, I think they're done.
I think Boston.
Boston. Okay.
Boston is out.
So if that's 4 or 5.
Boston, Milwaukee. I think I don't trust Brooklyn.
Right.
Brooklyn's good.
well,
I just
yeah.
don't trust.
Yeah.
So I would probably put them ahead of Brooklyn.
They're like one of the
today.
old collapsible beach chairs.
Yeah, exactly. So like, is it gonna? When I sit,
is it gonna
okay?
fold up
Right.
or is it gonna be okay?
So I'll put them 3-4 for the regular season, but none of that matters, and that's what I hate about the NBA right now, especially the Sixers. We know they're going to be fine in the regular season. We know they're going to get to the playoffs.
Yes.
What do we do in the playoffs?
The regular season is just going through the motions, let everyone stay healthy,
Right.
and that's it. And then let's get the right seating. And then, okay, like if you could tell me we can fast forward to June, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
I don't care if the Sixers are 13-2 or I don't care if the Sixers were 10-8.
I just need the Christmas games.
Oh yeah,
I do want to see those games. Yeah.
There's a great slate this year.
Yeah. And then even Christmas Eve, right? So Christmas on Monday, right?
How did the Sixers end up going to the Knicks?
I don't understand that
What do you
either.
mean? Why? I mean, this is the Garden.
The Garden on
That's easy.
So
Christmas.
you get to be a bad team and just get a home game because you have a nice arena.
Well, but I mean, I will.
They
give
do have a
fairness.
bad team, but I mean,
And I want the Knicks. I want the Knicks to win. Leon Rose, Jalen Brunson. I'm rooting for you.
You know what I'm
but you're not
saying?
there yet.
I mean, it's the Garden though. It gets no
I
bigger.
mean, it does. When you come to welcome from Madison Square Garden on Merry Christmas,
it gets no bigger than that.
You know,
I don't know. I mean, you know,
when we get to Christmas and they're 8-22.
I know.
No,
I know.
but you're right though, and I mean,
I know.
They
say Julius Randle is not a superstar. I said, well, he paid like one. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? But I think they can't even get rid of him.
No,
can't get rid of him, yo. So it's just sad though. But we'll see.
But you know, I was gonna say like in that too with the NBA, these pro-ams are awesome.
Yeah, I used to see them when we was kids, man. You know what I mean? And then I didn't even realize they still kind of go on. I'll be seeing like the Drew League or whatever, but that's all I really know about. So I was kind of like, wow, it took me back nostalgia to see, you know, LeBron and they playing pro-am ball or whatever, because that's them taking a chance on, you know, getting injured or whatever. They doing that for the community.
So I will say this to that. Like these programs are certified by the NBA.
Oh, they are.
So if they get hurt, they're still covered.
Oh, they still go. Oh, okay, that's good. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Because that's why you
Took some luster away from it.
Well, no, I don't mean. The only
mean.
reason I say that is because I remember when we had Next Level, we had a pro-am. It was just like a little 4-team thing,
right?
And we had a bunch of NBA guys that were gonna play. And they're like, "Is it certified?" And we're like, "No." So we had I remember all day we were trying to get this NBA to certify, and then the last second we did it and was able to pull it off.
Oh,
so
wow!
It was like that's like they're not gonna play if it's not.
If it's not certified, they're not doing it.
No, I mean I get it, but I mean it is so cool because you see in these small gyms, you know, they're up, you know, you get the chance to see them up close. Yeah. You know, even you see these guys talking smack to LeBron. It was like,
you know. I mean, and James Harden looks good. He looks good out there. He looks really good, man.
He looks very, like you said, he looks very healthy. So we shall see.
Yeah. What do you think about LeBron's contract?
I think it's a strategic contract.
Well, he's been doing strategic,
you know, and
well, it I guess it shows, and I don't mean this in a negative way about LeBron. It's no longer about I gotta win championships for my legacy.
Right.
It's not about that anymore.
Oh, right.
It's about business.
Yeah.
And I want my money.
Right.
And
I might want to play with my kid
on my terms.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's because that's what I was like. Because everybody's like, oh, he's not going to sign it, and he's going to do like what Harden did, so they can get back in and get some more pieces. And
you're like, no, I want a chip already.
No, yeah. Look, he is not. He's not concerned. They got that Lakers documentary coming out. That
really?
I saw. Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, but
I know I've seen. You ever seen that show, Winning Time?
I gotta watch that.
It's dope, man. Oh man, it's a good show.
Now I saw that, and I might be wrong on it. I don't really feel one way or the other, but it was sometimes when you see guys like I saw that they're going to retire Paul Gasol's number with the Lakers.
I thought that was a bit,
and I mean, I agree. And that's kind of was like I know he was very good with them, but in Laker history to go up with the Raptors,
a bit of a stretch. I did. I saw that. I was like.
I'm like, so you're going to tell me that Kareem and Pau Gasol are going to be in the same?
They did win back to back, right?
He won 2, right?
It might have been.
No, it wasn't 3.
That was 2.
Kobe's got 5.
Right, it wasn't 2.
Shaq's got 3 with them. So
they won back to back, right?
Yeah.
They won in
maybe
09 and 10.
Yeah, he won 2. So when he was with the Lakers for 7 seasons.
They won 2 chips.
But I mean, I'm looking at it though, like his best season was when he averaged 18 and 9.
So I'll say this, from what I'm understanding, he's doing a lot with them still today.
Oh, okay.
With the Lakers. So it might be something like that.
Something like that.
Okay, I mean,
it just didn't make sense to me.
Maybe he can go in the Lakers Wall of Fame.
He can come with the Phillies Wall of Fame.
Right. But I thought it would make more sense for Memphis, though, maybe.
He just didn't win there.
He didn't win.
Right.
I would retire Derek Fisher as a Laker before I retire Powell.
Yeah, I mean.
How long did Fish play? Well, Fish was there.
Fish, he feel like he was there forever.
But how many? And he has so many big shots, though, too.
And he got 5.
He had 5 rings.
I don't know. I mean, like nothing against.
Wait, was he on that 09 and them 10? Was he on those teams?
He was at least on one of them.
On one? Oh, okay.
He was at least on.
Yeah, he was with the Lakers from 07 through 2011.
No, that was the second time because he went. To
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, you're right. From 96 to 2003.
And then from 7 to 11.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
So
you're
he
right.
won too. He was right there with Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, okay.
You're right, and he spent
That makes more sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
You're spending about 12 years with the Lakers.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. He left for 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Came back.
But I guess you know what? They look at Powell because without Powell, they wouldn't have won.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, so I could see that. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't know.
No, it just kind of was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's what I
I
was
was surprised.
But
So it was surprising to me.
yeah,
You know what I'm
so-
saying? How about my Yankees, man? We're struggling,
oh yeah.
but we'll get together. It's still, we still got time. We're struggling though. Big time.
I know it's
Big
get.
time.
Yeah, no, it is what it is.
Big time. Big time.
This is like what we talked about before. It's important to start the season strong
Mhm.
because now that they're struggling, they still have room to struggle without costing themselves for
Absolutely.
the playoffs.
Like I was
They
laughing
gotta
because
stop playing around though.
Yeah.
well,
I'll tell you
yeah.
that
But
much.
it's not.
It's
No,
it's dire, but it's not like
If you have
emergent.
most teams, if they do what the Yankees were doing right now, it's like, oh, season's over.
Season's
Yeah.
over. Right. It's not over.
But they've built enough cushion where
yeah, they can still
we got to figure it out.
Gotta figure it out.
But we're still in a good
Yeah.
spot to figure
good.
it out.
Yeah,
exactly. They still got a 7-game lead in the division.
Yeah, it's still good.
They're okay. And Aaron's feeling the heat. I saw that last night. Aaron Boone's feeling some heat.
Well, he wants them to play well. So they're not playing well. They're not
Yeah.
playing well at all. When my uncle says it all the time, when they don't hit, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I mean they're
They haven't been hitting.
you
know
know,
what I'm saying?
and they're playing in the AL East is just
It's
a
dominant.
monster,
Yeah,
monster division.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
Yeah, it is. It is. But I mean, we're a monster team. So
yeah.
should be able to
Oh,
make
you
it
know,
happen,
the one, the one thing I did speak to the AL East. I had the chance to go to Fenway this year. Man, I know you hate Boston.
Marcus is happy about that. I mean, that's
Yeah,
his.
I know you hate Fenway,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
what an experience.
really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw a video of you, as a matter of fact. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
It's a historic stadium.
I guess.
I mean, yeah.
It
As a
is.
baseball fan, you have to give it.
Yeah, I'm saying, when you
not
walk-
to the Red Sox, just to Fenway Park.
When you walk in there and you're you're like,
It's fair.
all the greats have gone through here.
What do you mean? All the greats have gone through there.
On the history of baseball, all the greats have played there.
Oh, okay.
Like it was, you know what I mean?
Even your guys have played.
That's
there.
right. No,
You
sure
know.
enough. Sure enough. Okay.
But I said
You know.
the guy I was with, man, I'm saying he had nothing to do with it. Like,
Is he a Yankee?
He's
fan?
diehard Yankee fan.
Yeah, right.
Like we went out, there's the bar in center field where you
Yeah.
can like touch the track. And I went right to the window. I wanted to be right up against it. He was like,
Yeah.
I have no interest. I'm like, how do you not have interest?
So it's interesting to me. Like I guess, and I'm with this with some things. I guess some people are just fans of the sport,
Yes.
and some people are fans of a team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Like, cause you're like, right, you're a pure baseball fan. You're a Phillies guy, but you're a baseball fan.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there's some guys who are just, I'm a Yankees, I'm a this team, I'm a that. Like that's all that mattered.
I couldn't believe it. Because you could, you said you could put your hand on there, and I was like, this is amazing. And he wanted nothing to do with it. He was he wanted nothing to do with it.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't want nothing to do with it either.
Right, because you're a Yankee.
I'm a Yankee. You know
Ah,
what I'm saying? Like,
I know it was funny. So we went down to
wait, who'd y'all play? The Yankees?
the Red Sox. Yeah,
Yeah.
Red Sox Yankees.
Oh, right.
And it was a
Okay.
great game, amazing
Right.
game.
Who won? Y'all Red Sox?
Red Sox won on a
Yeah.
walk off.
Yeah.
It was going to ask for a better game,
Yeah.
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 We walked out of there. I'm like, wow, what an experience. And the guy I was with was like, I want to do shit tonight. I was like,
Yeah.
what do you mean we don't do shit? Like we're, he was. They actually went back the next day and wanted to watch the game again. I was like, I'm not going back again. But
Yeah. See, nah, I'm not really.
Boston's a cool city. Boston reminded me of Philadelphia.
It does. It's like, I
You
think
know.
they're like sister cities, I think.
It did. It was fun. But
Well, actually, no, the sister city is Baltimore. I'm bugging. Boston. But I will tell you though, there was a lot of Yankee fans in the house.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was. But it's just cool. Like I said, you're just like you obviously know you're driving in the city, and all of a sudden it's just tucked away
Just
right
there.
there. It's like, wait a minute, that's the like when we were driving to because we drove up, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, that's Fenway.
Yeah.
And didn't even realize because it was like
Right
the way that
there.
it was. And it kind of, I guess, reminded me. I was like, I guess that might be how the new Sixers stadium is going to be. Just kind
That's
of like
how it
down,
is.
in, you know. And it's I have a guy I know who's doing like a baseball tour now with his sons. And a lot of the stadiums are like that. And they were like, you know, it's actually, you know, people are talking about how it's going to be a mess. But it's a lot of the stadiums and whatnot arenas are right down there.
In the downtown.
Yeah.
They're more downtown.
You know.
But I think during that time, I guess they had like a complex. I still like the complex, though.
I like that too.
I like that because everybody's there.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? But the downtown feel, it makes it more accessible. So now sometimes I'll say I'd rather drive to the Sixers game than take the train.
Yes.
But if it's downtown, I would jump on that Patco and be there in no time. You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a station stop now.
Yeah.
Right there. You can just get off and walk. And it's just easier. So
I think the only thing it hurts, and I don't think this is so much for the Sixers, but like a Phillies-Eagles thing would be tailgating.
Oh, big time.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that would be, but like the Sixers, I don't feel like that's one because it's
cold
in January.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
So
You're not doing
nobody's
that. But
no.
like other than that, I think it's pretty cool to just
Yeah.
be like you said, it just get in, get out.
Yeah.
And you're still gonna have that. Like you
It
said,
reminds me of the Garden.
yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because like the Garden, like even when I went to the Sixers game or whatever, we just took the Jersey Transit.
Right there.
Right there.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Go upstairs at the Garden. You know what I mean? So
I've never been in the Garden.
I mean,
Oh, man.
you got to get there.
oh man. What about the Christmas game? What's up? Let's broadcast live. We can't. We got
I have
families.
3 kids.
Christmas game.
Right.
Maybe if it was the 8 o'clock.
Right. Right. I can't do that.
I did not think. Mm-mm.
Yeah, Robert G. All right, yeah, I agree too. That venues in the city, yeah, I agree. Yeah, they are better. It's just, I mean, but I like, you know what it is? I guess I'm holding on to nostalgia because even though I'm going to the Wells Fargo Center, it still reminds me like I'm going to the Spectrum. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I mean? So it's still like the nostalgia.
Yeah,
overall.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? So the other stuff I don't really. I'd actually never been to like a tailgating for the football. I hear it's crazy and
It is. It's like
but I've actually never been.
It's very overwhelming.
It is.
It's a,
It's a lot of drinking.
Oh
right?
my goodness! Like
And
people get
Yeah.
there. I think I think they changed it now. They used to have the gates opened at like 7 or 8 a.m. Now I believe they opened them at 10. No, they
1
still.
o'clock games, I think it might be 6 or 7.
Oh my!
Wow.
Because one of my guys, he's like always taking pictures, and he's like, I'm 6th in line at 5:58.
Wow.
Get in.
They're really getting up that early to get out there.
They get it, man.
I mean, I know a few that I've gone to, like I said, and I've going to Buddy, and then we've had a few in the parking lot, and I'm looking, I'm like, man, like everyone's like, we're just having a couple before we go in, and everyone is already like,
it's like
boom, all the way, like 100%. Like, all right, we'll go early.
people go and don't go to the game.
Right? Yeah. No, they just watch because they have
They
setups
just
in the
tailgate,
and they'll have setups in the.
'cause that's how this guy. When I went to that Cowboys game, last game of the season,
Mhm.
and I got the game started at 7. I got there at like 5. And he's like, "Yo, you're gonna be really late." Like, I'm like, what? And so I showed up at like 5. I got there, and he was right. Like I was late. Like everybody was. It was done. And
Wow.
about 6 o'clock, we're like, all right, let's start making our way into the game. He's like, all right, enjoy. And he pulled off.
Oh snap!
Yeah,
It
no, you're right.
bounced.
You're right. There's a lot of people, or they'll jump over to like Xfinity or
Oh,
like
wow.
something
I was
like
like,
that.
what?
Wow.
It was like I said, because one game I went to this year with my buddy. We're like, all right, we got down there it was a 1 o'clock game, so we got there about 11:30.
Yeah.
We brought a 6-pack. We each had a couple, and we're like, all right, ready to go in. And people were just like,
Yeah.
all in
Yeah.
at that point. I was like, man, we are behind.
Yeah.
We are absolutely behind. That's one sport that I prefer watching on TV.
See, I can't speak on it because I've never been.
Okay.
I've never been.
I mean,
I like high school,
obviously,
high school games.
obviously, your seat matters. I mean, when I was, your seat matters because, like I said, when I was out there this year, we did have a solid seat. So I was like, okay.
I don't think I would want close up seat.
No. The seats we had were like third level, second row in the back end, in the back of one of the end zones.
Yeah,
That was a great view.
yeah, I could do that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
So I mean,
end zone view is probably the
Right, but the
Better view,
the
I
problem was like there's so many plays that you're like waiting. You're just looking at the official to see the result. Like, you know,
and there's so much downtime.
Is
it really
so much
so
downtime?
You figure when you're home watching it and they're in between plays, you're not just dealing,
exactly
right.
Yeah.
See, I never been. See, I don't know.
And that's the thing. Like, but there's so many like to say, you know, the goal line plays. You know, did he get in? Did he get in? You know, like, so if you're a fan, you're just looking for the result. You know, not on TV where like you see it right away and you could celebrate.
Right.
And the worst bad part, like the section I was in, everybody stood up the whole game.
Oh.
So and we were. I'm like this. So we got to our seats. Cool. These are great seats. Friend gave me awesome. Bang, bang, bang. That kickoff started. Everybody stood up. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, all right, don't worry. After they'll sit down.
Right. No, the whole game.
And this was the Dallas game. Didn't mean anything.
Right.
Nobody played.
And they still up.
And I'm like,
yeah. See.
No.
Yeah. See. Listen, Robert G asks, how would you tailgate in the city? Would there be any tailgating if the games were in the city? Yeah. The train's going to be a mess regardless, I think.
I mean, there's the bars.
I think the train is a mess. Even when you take that Broad Street line. I mean, you ever take it to the Broad Street? No. Oh my gosh, that train is packed. I mean, packed. You know what I'm saying? But I could even imagine, because I don't think really people in the city. A lot of people in the city probably just take the train there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But other people come from Jersey and whatever. But tailgating in the city, I don't know. I mean, do people tailgate for Sixers games? Probably in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know, because even like when we went to the one playoff game for the Sixers, like I wasn't like, oh, we got to get there and really tailgate. It wasn't that mentality. Maybe that's just
I feel like people are more amped to get in.
Yes.
Like get in and get
because I watched warm up,
right.
and that's exactly what we did. We got in, we'll get in, we'll get a beer,
right?
And
maybe because basketball is not really synonymously known for tailgating.
Yeah,
it's really
football.
Right.
It's not football
and baseball.
And, and I don't know what it is, but like I said, when I'm I enjoy having a beer or two, but I'm there basketball is one of those games I'm really focusing on the movement and what's going on, right? It's like I'm really at that level,
right?
So
right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was going to say, well, maybe it's but even in the coldest weather, people are still tailgating,
man. And I think that's kind of what the sport like baseball and football are more like
outdoor,
not laid back, but outdoor. We're here to just enjoy this.
Yeah.
Where and don't get me wrong, Eagles fans get into it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but Sixers games, it's a little more intimate. It's a little more. It's fast. It's quick. It's quicker.
Yeah.
Whereas when football and baseball games, you're in it for.
You're there for a long. That's a long day.
It is exactly.
And
the stadiums.
Yeah.
The stadiums, are more set up for that. And things like that.
I can't. Yeah. You know what it is? I don't even know if I could survive a tailgate. I'd have to really pace myself.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, drinking with me, I can go up real fast, but it's the coming down and then trying to go back up. That's so painful for me, for my body. Some people could do it, but for my body, I have to either stay all the way up. And if I'm staying all the way up, that means I'm still drinking with the same veracity that I'm drinking with the first drink. And it means about towards the end of the tailgate, I'm crashing.
Yeah.
So Jay's like, yeah, there's hot dogs. Burger.
Soaking up stuff. You know what I mean? But so is there good? What's I tell you what? I know it's something about the end, and let me ask this one question.
Okay.
What is the best tailgate food that you guys have had?
I mean, okay.
And just don't tell me a burger.
It's funny because I was going to say, my most random tailgate.
I mean, yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I had ribs. They were smoked ribs when I was at a tailgate in Atlanta.
Oh.
And they had the smoker out for the Braves for a Sunday game, and they had ribs right off of a smoker. And that was the best tailgate food I ever had.
Okay, Coach.
That's a good one. This isn't that, right? It was just good. It was a sausage. So I got to the tailgate late, and it was in this crock pot, in this whatever kind. It wasn't. I could not tell you what the sauce was.
Like peppers or something like that.
It was all that.
Okay.
Everything, and I'm not really a peppers kind of guy.
Sure.
But I was like, "This is what." He's like, "This is what it is." I'm like, "All right." And I ate it, and I was like, "Is there more?"
Right.
It was so good. Like,
Okay.
It was a different kind of sauce it was in. That was just unbelievable.
It's delicious. Yeah.
What about yourself?
I've never been to a tailgate.
Oh, okay.
So I can't speak on.
I mean, people do go all out. Like, I mean, they have, like I said, these tables have, you'll have the togi trays and the crock pots and
right. What is the most strangest thing? It's like, what's the most strangest thing you've seen? Like one of the most strangest thing I've seen at a barbecue was soup.
Oh, don't go here again.
No, I saw soup. I'm serious.
Remember, we had our 4th of July barbecue discussion.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. No, that was our favorite. But what's the strangest thing? I'm not dissing it. Like, it's just
strangest
it was different for me.
I guess I was shocked to see a full bar
at a barbecue.
No, at a tailgate.
Oh, okay.
Like, and what I mean, like, I thought it would be like, you'd have your beers, you'd have your this,
right.
I mean, this was like you were walking into a bar with the shelf that had the top shelf, the middle shelf, and the bottom shelf. You can get whatever you want. Like, I was like,
oh. So
that just surprised me that's how intricate it was.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Strangest thing.
I'm thinking about it now.
The fire pit was going.
I think
cotton candy machine.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Okay. That's at the tailgate or the barbecue?
Tailgate.
Okay. Cotton candy machine. That's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
That keeps the flow going. Yeah. I mean, that's like,
Is anybody eating like salmon and shrimps?
No, I
said shrimps because shrimps is like, Stormy tell me all the time it's never shrimps, it's shrimp.
I actually, one time I did see, because it was like morning, that they had the bagel and fishes spread with the other stuff, and I was like, oh, that's weird.
That's different.
So that's about it though.
Yeah. Oh wow.
That's about it.
So you mean tell me that they're lighting that grill up like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning and getting started,
and they'll have bacon and eggs, and then they'll transition.
1 o'clock games.
Yeah. I've seen people start with the bacon and eggs and like the whiskey and the coffee, right, at like the 6:30, and then about 10.
That's a combination, whiskey and coffee.
Oh yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah. But then I've seen it too with it. Like that's the 6:30 to 8:30 food menu. And then about 9:30 to 11.
Okay.
They light up the grill and then they'll transition to the burgers and dogs.
Hot dogs. Yeah.
So
let me ask you a burger now. I had some burgers yesterday.
Okay.
Do you make fresh burgers or do you get Bubba? I can't stand Bubba.
I'm fresh.
You make fresh burgers. You do fresh ground meat or you do turkey?
No, mostly just
ground meat. Okay.
I mean, I usually purchase them.
Bubba.
I like the Bubba. It's not like my go-to ones.
Okay. Yeah. I normally make them fresh too, but I tell you, I brought these little ShopRite burgers. It's delicious though. I can't even.
Yeah, I mean,
they're pretty.
It all depends on. The other day I actually had from was it the chuck and rib? They were a combination rib meat, so it was good. Chuck roast and rib meat burger, and they were delicious.
I'm sure it sounds delicious.
But
it sounds delicious.
And when I was at, it was good. But my friend said, "Where'd you get this?" And they said it was Rastelli, one of the fancy markets. And I said,
"Oh, Rastelli,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
I know where that's at.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like, usually I do love burgers. I actually got these burgers the other day, and they were jalapeno burgers from. Where from? They were from Aldi, and they were really good. What kind of bun do you like with your burger?
I like a potato.
I was gonna say
a potato bun.
I love a sesame roll.
Sesame roll's good too. I've had that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Arnold has this Hawaiian roll.
Oh my
delicious.
God. Have you? I mean, I'm sure you've done it because where you get them, you split them open, and you layer up some meat. You make like some little sliders.
So my wife
sliders.
So you get
sandwiches.
Well, you get the Hawaiian rolls, the 12-pack.
Yeah, 12-pack. Yeah.
You just cut off the top of each one.
Yep.
You leave them together.
Oh, wow.
Cut it like in half.
And then she makes meatball ones. So she puts meatballs in the sauce with some
garlic butter on
top. Garlic butter, mozzarella cheese.
Oh,
you just put a meatball on each Hawaiian thing.
Oh, that sounds
interesting.
interesting.
Then you put the tops back on.
Okay.
Then you bake them.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah,
that sounds very interesting.
That's delicious.
Yeah.
I've done that.
I may steal that.
That's a good one.
That doesn't last in my house.
You could do the chicken parm sliders. Like they're delicious. They're delicious.
I never had that. I might have tried that.
Yeah. And I've done too where like you do like a melt, like a turkey melt. They put some turkey and cheese and on there. So
I like a burger. Sometimes I like a burger with cheese, ketchup, whatever. But then sometimes I like a burger with like some mushrooms on it with gravy. You ever had like
Yeah.
that?
No, I haven't.
I love salt. You gotta have some sauteed onions too on a good.
Yeah.
I
Give
go
me-
barbecue sauce. Every
Oh,
once
but
in a
you know
while.
what?
not bad.
I just got turned
Not
on to
bad.
that, and
I
barbecue
do that
sauce is
really.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
bad. I'm not. You know, I don't know. I don't know if I like barbecue sauce on a burger.
I do that every once in a while.
Every once, yeah, it's just switch it up a little bit. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite condiment, like in general, or does it all depend on what you're eating?
Depending on what I'm eating.
Okay,
But I know if I'm eating mustard, it always has to be spicy brown,
glutens.
Goldens, and no, it can be great value spicy
Oh,
brown.
nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Nothing wrong with
It's
that.
all the same.
I can
you know
get
what I'm
lost
saying?
in the condiment aisle, though.
I'm sure.
You know.
Yeah.
'Cause- So,
Now, what's yours? Hellman's. Got you. No? What?
like my favorite is like a spicy ranch.
Spicy ranch.
Yeah, like a spicy ranch.
Who makes that?
A lot of different.
Hidden Valley makes that?
Hidden Valley makes
Really?
sense.
Oh,
Yeah, I like that. A Chipotle ranch is probably like one of my favorites.
good.
Yeah,
what about you, Coach?
If I'm just going like, I would just go regular ranch
Right.
because I can put that on anything.
that's true.
Pizza.
anything.
So you do put
Absolutely.
like, every time pizza comes, where's the ranch? I want ranch. I'm like, damn.
I don't like the only thing. You know what I really do with pizza? If it's like we just got pizza, I don't do it. But if I like have to reheat the
Reheat the
pizza,
pizza.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never had it actually. So I can't even say I've had it.
Mm.
Yeah. I used to know people that used to eat French fries with mayonnaise. I thought that was disgusting.
I've seen that.
I've seen
I do
it.
French fries with honey mustard.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
yeah,
It's not bad.
absolutely.
I do like French fries with gravy though. I think that's delicious. They call that like a pote or a pote or pooty or
Okay.
whatever they call that shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh man,
so you know what I mean, but yeah, nah, you know, but yeah, you know, Frank's Red Hot. That is true. And that is what my grandma used to season with that all the time. That Frank's Red Hot.
that's a staple in the that's a staple in the house.
Oh, you have that
hot
too?
sauce is a
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
multiple. Multiple.
But Frank's Red Hot is not really hot sauce because there ain't nothing hot about it.
No, it's not.
It's more like flavor.
And now I prefer when I do get hot sauces. Like people are like, oh, I love the hotness. No, like I like to have the flavor in it.
Yeah,
You know, I don't need it to
Yeah.
actually scald my tongue. I want it to
Yeah.
be flavorful.
it's the different. It's like when you get buffalo wings. I used to hate like buffalo wings like hot, but I love them now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not really hot. It's just enough to kind of like
Yeah.
help with the beer or whatever you're drinking. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but Frank's Hot, yeah, Frank's Red Hot, yeah. I haven't had that in years. But it's good,
Yeah, no. I mean, like I have to go grocery shopping today. And
Oh, we going to Aldi's?
no, I don't know yet.
Oh,
I gotta maybe figure out the list. I might have to hit up Costco today. We'll
oh,
see.
okay, all right, okay,
So for a few items, because I don't need to go crazy yet.
sure,
Yeah.
not yet,
So not yet. Not yet.
not yet.
So this guy gonna get me in trouble. So, well, listen, like I said, this has been a great show. I know I've been happy to get back on here. You know,
Sure.
after, our time away. But as we always do, let's get into our final thought. So, how about you, Coach? How about you lead us off?
Final thoughts. Hoping that somehow this summer break can get extended a little bit.
Sure.
No, but just getting back in the flow, getting back
Yeah.
into the grind, getting ready for the fall. Not a whole lot going on sports wise.
Yeah.
Looking forward to going to the Phillies game on Wednesday. Other than that, just the usual.
Where you sitting? You know where you're?
I think we're like dead center
Okay, like center field.
field,
Okay.
I believe. Like off to the it's like 148.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you're not up top then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
It's one. Okay. So yeah, you're left. Yeah,
Like
you're right.
Right left center or something.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
some good home run territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what happens.
So, all right. My favorite seat in the stadium, I know you don't like heights, but my favorite seat in the stadium is right about section 300, right behind a home plate, that little rim. It's a great view.
Is it?
Yes.
How much?
It all depends. You can get tickets up there for like $30 some.
Yeah, I wanted to be. If I could have chosen, I would have been a little bit more behind the action.
That's a tough view because just the angle of the ball comes.
Yeah. So, but everything was right about these tickets. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Congratulations.
that's all. You can't
All that
argue
matters.
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to say, if it checks all the boxes.
That's all that matters. Shoot.
All right. I could kind of, agree with Coach. that, you know, at this point in the summer, I'm ready for the cool air to come. You know, I'm not a hot weather man. And this is just that time of the year where things start to pick back up again with football, with basketball, you know, baseball. So September is always a fun month.
It is.
You know,
it's like
because
back to school.
You know, it's a fun month because you always have those Sundays like where you'll have like an Eagles game and a Phillies game, and if they're both meaningful, that's a fun time. So, Jay, what about yourself?
Final thought is, well, first we shout out. Definitely want to shout out, not only just thanking, the Voorhees Basketball Association for what we did during the summer. Also want to, shout out Original Hot Dog Factory and, let everybody know to go down there and get their hot dogs. They open
and the wings and everything.
The wings, everything. Yeah, they open Sundays now, you know what I'm saying? So, just, go visit and just enjoy experience, especially with the sports coming back around. And then on top of that, we also want to shout out Front Runner New Jersey. That partnership is pretty much solidified, and we're looking forward to him being probably our first guest, you know what I'm saying, when we start having guests back or whatever, you know what I mean? So that was one thing. And then other than that, just trusting the process, man. I'm trying, pray for me, you know what I'm saying? My life is going through a lot of different transitions, but we can't run from them. So we have to face them head on. So just, going through the transitions and, just hope, just continuing to stay healthy. I want my family to stay healthy. And that's it, man. The work is the work, man. We're back to work. That's just a wrap. Summer's over. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the good thing is that there's no kids in the building. So, if I need to leave or whatever, I could do that or whatever. But, you know what I'm saying? Tomorrow I'll be punching the clock. Like I said, my supervisor my principal's genius. She had an early meeting. Yeah, that's genius. You know what I'm saying?
Now, can you at least have some more like relaxed clothing? Can you go down there?
I'm in shorts.
Okay. All right. That's
whatever.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's nothing. What it is that, it's schedules. So, doing them schedules. And I got, now see, you put me in work mode now, right? I got like 80 something like schedules to do by Wednesday. That's a lot of schedules. You know what I'm saying? And that's just freshmen. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of it's some work to be.
You got to find a guy who knows how to make the algorithm that they can just boom.
Yeah. I mean, and it's a technique though. It's like a puzzle. You know what I'm saying? But once you get the hang of it, it's good or whatever. So it'll be good to see my coworkers again, and it's just getting back, man. Like sometimes, sometimes downtime is necessary, but then it could be overload to me because then, like my mind, I think with ADHD and I got that Gemini curse, I need to be busy.
Yeah. Well, that's
what I'm saying. Like I don't like standing still.
No, listen, I hear you. I mean, with that, it's the ADHD thing for sure. Like I can have a day off, but I'm like, all right, in the morning I'm going to do XYZ that was productive, and then I can really.
It's like life. It's like you have to breathe life, man. You know what I'm saying? And get out there working this and that. It just helps everything. So, I'm hoping that and going through these paradigm shifts and transitions that are for the better. So, and I will say that the thing, it's just we always go through different things before we get to another level. You know what I'm saying? So this is what the process is. So we trust the process, not rush it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's it for me.
All right. Well, listen,
it's good to be back though, man. Good to see you, coach. You know what I'm saying?
It really
definitely,
was.
Always in the thoughts or whatever. Good to see everybody back. The energy is always still there. You know what I'm saying? So, looking forward to, just like a great September and rolling into basketball and rolling, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and I really think that, like I said, one of the things that we'd love to get back to is bringing our guests on the show.
Oh yeah.
Because that was just, and I know we had and even go and revisit some of our old guests who joined us. But I know that we, going to push that envelope again too of the guests, because that was really, shout out to everyone, who really made that help us take off.
We're gonna do a commercial too. I didn't even tell y'all. Yeah, we're gonna do a commercial. My man, I met, he's a good dude, Justin Oliver. He's was like a camera guy or something like that with like Tyler Perry Studios or whatever. So he's got like phenomenal skills, right? So I we talked about 2 weeks ago, but I just got to hit him up. So stay tuned for our Let's Get It commercial. You know what I'm saying? So we might even be changing some. Why not change some things? You know what I mean? Have some fun with it. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna never be like Stephen A. and them. Like I don't want to be like them. You know what I'm saying? Because without Stephen A., there's no first take, right? There's nothing. Nothing. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I mean, said, like what was it in The Hangover when he was like, "We're the 3 best friends." You can't take one away because Yeah.
Yo, what's the best commercial? Real quick, what's the best commercial right now?
I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. I don't watch enough live TV.
I don't have everything.
Yo, the best commercial right now is the Wendy's Biggie Bag. They be singing. That is dope. Biggie Bag. It's like a little slow song they made. When y'all see it, you gonna know what I'm talking about.
I don't watch a lot of live TV at all. And
really, you don't watch the baseball game and stuff?
I mean, I watch the game, but that's it.
Oh,
but otherwise, it's just streaming
stuff. That's how I always.
But so when you stream, you don't have commercials?
I'll have.
Y'all got the good. You got the good subscription.
No, but they're like some simple 30-second commercial.
Yeah, that's just. It's not a real. It's not like a lot. It's not like it's a Hulu commercial.
Okay.
That's
right. It's like Hulu has a lot of sports.
I will say that I've been exposed to some new shows. So you know what I'm saying. I got a few shows I'm watching. One of the shows I'm watching, which is a very good show. I've never seen it. Was Blackish. I've never seen that.
Yeah, you never
seen Blackish. Nah,
it's pretty real.
It's just I just started watching it.
It's very funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Then it's Fresh Off the Boat.
I never watched that.
I'm watching that. That's hilarious. I love The Godfather of Harlem. I don't know if you watch that. That's banging.
Started that.
That's
banging. I haven't gotten into
banging. And then when I was in Florida, I was put on. My family been talking about this show forever, but I never watched it because I don't have stars. But I don't know if you know about the P Valley. Oh yeah, P Valley is that's what I'm gonna say.
I don't.
P Valley, you know what I mean? That's a crazy show. So and then but I wish there was like another Ozark or another Queen of the South.
You know what? I did finish. Remember
You finished?
I don't know if we actually.
Oh
yeah, because I don't think we were on since I finished it. I was adding. Oh my goodness! I was like, that's it.
Yeah. It can't be it. Just like I don't think that's it for the Queen of the South. I think it's gonna come back.
I was like, just one of those things where I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
It was like we were watching this other short series, Apple TV called Blackbird.
Okay.
It was a great series, and it was like out of nowhere.
Okay.
They wrapped it up in one episode. I was like, wow. How did that just? You brought me in.
And let me tell you about 2 movies real quick. I think the thing is called Exit or No Exit. I think it's on Hulu.
Okay.
Banging. And then this other movie called Old. You gotta watch these movies.
And they're on Hulu?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Banging. And how I know is because and the only reason I'm watching this stuff, honestly, because I gave up the King's quarters, right? So there's no cable box in the small room. So now I got to stream everything. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
which is cool though. It's cool. You know what I mean?
Listen, I mean, that's been an ongoing issue of cutting the cord with cable.
Yeah, no. So, I still got cable, but I ain't cutting no cord yet.
Because the whole thing has been that by the time you're done with your subscriptions and this and that, you're not really
paying the same
thing.
Yeah. So it's all good though.
Well, listen, with that said, once again, like I said, shout out to the Original Hot Dog Factory over in Voorhees. Check them out. Front Runner, New Jersey. Again, Facebook, we get on our Instagram. We've been on TikTok now because that's a new platform. We have a Let's Get It TikTok platform. So go follow us on there.
And we have Twitch, though. I just didn't tell you guys about it. I just got to give you the access or whatever.
Okay.
So we got to, figure out how to start streaming on Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we have that too.
And once again, like I said, for Marcus, for Jason, thanks you guys for watching, and we will catch you next time.